Hey guys, Magic here. Today I'm out at Arcadia Lake and decided that we should draw our card for the day. So before we look at that, I set this down because the wind suddenly decided to pick up. It was not windy before this, but you know, it is what it is. We've gotten this one before actually, Atonement. So let's see what it brings up today. It does look like she's been hurt, betrayed, but also like she's coming through it, healing maybe, sense of peacefulness and letting go. How about you? What does looking at this bring up for you immediately? Like, what meaning to you does it bring? All right, so it's number 31. So we'll look at our handy dandy little book here. All right, so atonement. The moon phase is the waning gibbous, the stage is depression, accepting the full burden of responsibility, the fair as well as the unfair, with no discount. I think most recently for me, what that would mean or symbolize or be about is that I had an episode at work last night. Vision flickered and collapsed, but even though I had lasting effects after it, I still had to get up and do my job because there was no one else to come in and do it for me. And a lot of my coworkers and family and friends were like, "Well, that's just stupid. That's unfair. You should have just gone to the hospital. Who cares if there's someone to cover or not?" And I get that, but there is also like responsibility that I have to this place that I'm working at. And I was fine. Like, yeah, sure, I was limping and yeah, I was in a lot of pain, but I wasn't like I was incapacitated. I could get up and move. I was okay. Didn't die. Didn't have to have my ribs broken. To have CPR done. I was fine. I could get up. I was breathing. I was moving. It was just took me longer to do certain things. And to me, the responsibility what I had was didn't matter whether or not it was fair that I should have to do it or not. But yeah. So what about you? What does that mean for you in your life currently? All right. So the visual seed says a woman with long wet hair stares at the haze of a rising sun. Her top is naked, but we can see only her back. Many swords pierce her body, but no blood is shed. She opens her arms, and droplets of water fall from her hands. The sentence says, accepting pain is a way to survive the pain. Not all things burn, but some should. Okay, so what this brings up for me is kind of like what I was listening to today in the Rachel Hollis podcast about how like we tend to numb, we tend to try to dissociate ourselves from pain because life is hard, life is pain, life kicks us when we're down. It just does. And yeah, life is also glorious and wonderful and full of beauty, but it does like to kick us, and it likes to kick us a lot when we're down. So we decide to try to numb the pain because we don't want to feel it. No one likes feeling discomfort. No one likes feeling uncomfortable. But everything that we want to achieve is outside our comfort zone. We know this. Everything that we want is on the other side of our comfort zone. We can't achieve anything by indulging ourselves and staying comfortable. And it's really unfortunate, but that is how it is. And unfortunately, it's where what a lot of us do. And sometimes we need to feel that pain. I know for me what probably caused my episode, because my episodes are caused by three things. And the combination of them depends upon stress is always a factor, but the other two can sometimes be hit or miss. And so basically, the other two determine what kind of symptoms the stress shows up as. So if I'm sleep deprived or dehydrated, different symptoms will appear. If I'm all three, then oh boy, we're in for a world of trouble. Um, that's usually when I do have to go to the hospital, and I'm not okay for many days after. But I've been hydrated, so I know it was sleep deprivation and stress that played a role last night. Plus, symptoms were similar to what would cause if that were the case. So anyway, but you know, part of the reason why I'm so stressed is because we're in June, and June has a lot of bad PTSD memories for me. So I've been trying to distract myself from it, And also, I'm very dissatisfied with certain areas of my life, so I've been trying to distract from that. And the more I try to distract, the more stressed I get because I'm not really fixing it. I'm not really finding a solution. I'm not really making things better. So it just keeps adding to the stress and more stress. And then I feel bad because I'm distracting and I start to feel worse about myself. And so then I try to fix that by grounding myself, which is what I've been doing, listening to grounding music. But maybe I need to feel the pain of what's going on with this month. Maybe I need to feel the pain of what had happened all those years ago so I can heal and feel better. And the pain of feeling it to until you heal is a lot less than feeling the pain forever because you're trying to avoid it. All right. So let's get into the going dark. Going dark. Atonement is about paying the bills, unadulterated, unfiltered, not negotiated. It is about full and open acceptance of consequences and a little more. It is also about paying for the price of others, letting go of all ifs and buts, and taking it all in, whether it's ours to take or another's to shoulder. If you have a piece of what puts you at fault normally, you would try to separate it and weight it evenly with what makes the other at fault and with what you made it right, a little for a little, but it rarely doesn't move anything forward. Sometimes we need a clean slate, and it's done by going through it all, paying more than is due to create closure for yourself, for others. You take the dark in so that others can stay in the light, even if they don't deserve it, even if you don't deserve it. I think a lot of that is just taking responsibility for your part in things. Like, for instance, my dissatisfaction with my situation could be because I just wasn't talking to the right people. I wasn't doing the right things. Or maybe it's because of my health, and I just need to take better care of my health so I can stop having these episodes so I can do what I want to do. Um, I feel bad because I lost out on a job opportunity because I couldn't drive. And yeah, I could blame them, but I know it's because I can't drive. And so I'm learning to drive, taking steps to better that. I am doing all these things that I can do to try, but at the same point, there's some things. Sorry, there was a spider on me. Um, there are some things that I know that I need to take more responsibility for. Like I said, like my situation that is upsetting me, or maybe I'm not talking to the right people, maybe I'm not figuring it out. I am starting to move in those directions, learning that I need to take steps and be more responsible for myself and my situation. But it's hard because I don't always know where my fault lies or what I can do about things. So, how about you? What did that bring up for you in your life? What can, how can you apply this to your life? Where do you need to take more responsibility? Where do you need to take more notice or more action? What can we do to get ourselves out of the hole that we've dug for ourselves? Anyway, guys, that'll be it for this video. Go out and spread the love because love always wins. Bye.